Good morning. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen, darlings. Guten Morgen. Okay, so today is like all about chakra. Chakra. And so I don't know if this is not going live, so let's hit go live. Okay. Let's go ahead and just go live. Hey y'all, today is all about chakras. And let me get this last show started. Create broadcast. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's what today's situation is. I put 3 links out there, and this is why. So, in research, and it's just for research, because sometimes, like, people will be like, oh gosh, she got all of this wrong. And so they get the wrong idea. I am a person that will, like, try out different stuff to see. I experiment. So, if you're an experimenter like me, then you can try all 3 tests. But if you're not an experimenter, just try the electric. Like that's the one that actually gives you the real results. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I show you guys in a second. So, as you know, I don't really have an issue with my solar plexus. And I'll tell you guys why in a second. Some people, they don't know because they don't watch my show. So, if it's your first time watching, I don't ever have solar plexus issues because I'm not a person. And I'll just tell y'all why in a second. Let me get this other stuff started. I'm going to use Lil Wayne for this example because so many people get mad at Lil Wayne too. Like they'll be like, he came out and said some white cops helped him and he didn't see anything and this and the other. And it's because Lil Wayne has transcended. And that's like his testimony to transcending. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly why. So it's like his chakra is balanced. And it's like the person that's saying to him, Lil Wayne came out and said something about some white man helping him and now he don't see a color. He telling you the truth because he's transcended. And we'll talk about it in Maslow's hierarchy of needs too. So it's Maslow's. I always put an N in there. So if I keep doing that, it's just my own mistake. And he was supposed to transcend because I think that happened when he was young, right? So it's like he's probably supposed to transcend because of his situation. He was pushed into adulthood quickly too. So that's why. Okay, so I gotta get one more setup going and then I'm ready. And I can't keep this set up the way it is because y'all, right now, listen, this is what it is. It's not even junk. It's just that this is not on the hook. And I'm just having this is like making it a horrible day. My spoons are not clean. Like they're over here in the can. My chopsticks are not clean. I got toothpaste. I could just throw this shit away. I'm about to have a fucking attack, an anxiety attack. Because I cleaned up yesterday and I didn't clean up this area. So I cleaned up everything in here except for this desk area. And now I'm about to have like a freaking out-of-body experience. It's like it's just this is just too dysfunctional for me. Like, who the hell does that? I'm supposed to take this celery salt back to the office. You see what I'm saying? It's like right now I'm about to be hard on myself. I'm supposed to put these earrings in this container. My little maid earrings, I got to put them in a container because they need to be fixed, right? So I got to put them here to be fixed, okay? I have celery salt here, okay? Because that's why I brought it over here. This stuff is like so good. What is it that I found out in these celery salt? It was a tuna fish needs celery salt. It is like so much better with celery salt. I'm not fucking playing. So it was some celery salt over there, and I got these containers. So I was like, I'm gonna just give me a container of it and take the rest back. So I have to take this back. So now I have a little desk trash can that I actually need, but I've been using it for spoons and forks. And so I guess I could just go ahead and transfer that to something else. Because I actually need it for eggshells and all this different stuff. It's too much for me. And look, it's just like little stuff. It's little things that I need help with. My deodorant is in the wrong place because of all this confliction and confusion. So yeah, it's like everything is not like proper. And I don't want to knock my coffee over. So that's the whole thing. I'm not going to knock my coffee over, but I feel like I could knock my coffee over. And I don't. Like, I'm not supposed to. I'm not going to knock my coffee over. I bet you I don't. What is today? It's balanced chakra. So I show you my neuroticism because that is part of what's going on today. You understand? I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all exactly why what happened today was true. So I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to talk to you while I go through it. This is why educators do this too. Because some people, they take an educator and they'll look at her and be like, you know what? She was in here and her cleavage was showing. One day, honey, I saw her. She had on too much makeup and she was at Target overspending her money. Listen, because this is what people do to us. They try to make us into perfectionists all the time. Or we have to be like, we got to live by this teacher law. That's educators. And it's always the educators. The principals can get away with whatever the fuck they want to get to. That's why they want to be administrators. But that don't mean that they right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, this is what happens to us. And the whole time, the reason why we're successful is because we probably crazy. Okay, so now this is probably better if I, let me not let that fall over. So see, that's part of me being a psychic. That is part of me being a psychic. Something is telling me, Shantae, you will be balanced today. Something is saying, Shantae, this is okay. You don't have to go out of control. You will just organize accordingly. And that is what happens. So, okay, this has to come down. And guess what? This is chakra stuff too. Next to my brain. Next to the brain. Okay. So guess what, y'all? Now it's like absolutely freaking perfect. And all I had to do was just move a few things. But see, it just felt so freaking unorganized. I'm going to use this today. Oh. Okay, there it goes. Good job. I'm not a psychic. I am fucking up. Okay, so today, like, Like I said, it's all about chakras. I might have to eat a raw egg, a couple raw eggs. It's okay. Um, Celery salt is good on your eggs too. So that's what it is. Okay, so let's talk about chakras. The first thing is there is a woman named Linda down at the shelter. And so this morning that's what they were talking about, Linda, and how and how Linda, I'm gonna have to put that in the microwave. And how Linda was at the shelter being evil to people. So Linda has an issue with her. Linda has an issue with her solar plexus. And the reason why is she has issues with people that are not black. So when she has issues with people that are not black, she's going to act aggressively. She's going to act like she has to be in control. She's going to be too much for people. And it's because it's overactive. It's also her crown chakra. That's something else I just found. So your crown chakra blocks that too. So it's like your crown chakra will also be like something that gives you isms as well, because you're not really paying attention to your mind. What is happening is your solar plexus is affecting your crown chakra. And if that's what's happening, it's just not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will have all these issues with people that you don't even need to have. You also have issues with yourself, because that's a self-hatred. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's hatred. And that's why I grew up where my family was like, don't say hate, don't say hate, don't say hate. You have, I mean, for real, it's a thin line between love and hate, for real. But that's the whole thing. It's like, self-hatred is a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't even understand your culture enough. Like, this girl, Linda, is the one that will dress up as a Muslim. And it's the thing, she'll act like she's giving you something. I just posted something about that, like, envy will be like acts of good and all this different stuff. It'll be like, what did I just post? I just posted that. But I think Wallow put it on his page. Let me look it up. But anyway, it was like, it's like she will mask, what is it? Mask. What it is? I was going to say masquerade. She will mask her jealousy and envy for other people. So let me give y'all the perfect example. She'll go to Aldi's and go get all these great groceries, and she'll bring them to the shelter. It'll be healthy stuff like cans of peaches. It'll be fruits. It'll be vegetables, like stuff we can just like, oh my God, it's like, and it's fresh. It's not old food, because sometimes at the shelter they give you like old food. And so she'll come and drop it off, and it'll be like, you'll be so happy, because she'll bring treats and all this different stuff, chips. So one day, it's this woman, she has anxiety. She's a white woman. She's an artist, a gorgeous artist, wonderful artist. And Linda, I think she watches stuff on the camera. I think she's helping somebody watch stuff on the camera. And so these Muslims, that's what they think life is like. Like, they want us to live in an all-black community with them watching us. It makes no sense, because if you watching me, if I'm supposed to be covered out in the street and you watching me in my private areas, telling me how to take a shower, then that don't make sense to me. So she will also like come in and be trying to preach the Bible to you, but she's saying that she a Muslim woman. She'll be wrapped up in Muslim garb, and you be like, what the hell going on with this bitch? You see what I'm saying? So she'll come in like she a perfectionist, like she just got her shit together. This bitch is so fucking off the wall. Like she just so many, she just such a conundrum. You see what I'm saying? And it's not something that she has to explain. But if you're a Muslim, then you're reading the Torah, right? Like you can't be Muslim. I mean, you can be Muslim you can be born into a Muslim family, but it's like that's not a race. You see what I'm saying? So you just looking at it like, why you preaching the Bible and you keep saying you're a Muslim? You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about, and she'll come down there for real. So here you go. Jealousy can hide in compliments. So she'll come like she trying to be nice to you. Like one day she came and she was like, I just like this about you. And I'm like, for real? Thank you. She said, but it was when my man saw you and then I thought this, that, and the other. And it's like, woman, I ain't never seen your fucking man. You see what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, it was somebody I wanted to be with, and you were with them. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, y'all, she actually saying this shit to me for real. So Chris really trying to get me to see that this bitch crazy. Y'all see what I'm saying? He was trying to really get me away from her because I'm trying to move away from her too because the shit don't make no sense. She looked like she got some sense. She looked like she grown, but this bitch crazy. So, after we sit down and talk, she realized one day I'm dating Chris. And she tries to sit down and like talk to us. Like we're about to have a conversation. That's how I know she sent this Asian woman over there. She goes above and beyond. You see what I'm saying? To make her point clear. She does not love herself. So envy can hide in support. So she sat down like she was going to talk to us about something. Y'all see what I'm saying? And hate can hide in love. Because she still sat there. I was like, listen to me, Linda. You a hoe. Like I told her point blank, you a hoe. I said, when you came here the first time and told me about your imaginary man, you see what I'm saying? Because at that point, Chris got the fuck up and left. Because I'm like, I'm about to let this bitch know real quick. You a hoe. I say, listen, when you had your imaginary fucking man or whatever, I would have stayed away from him. But see, this man sitting in front of me, he real. And I'm telling you to get the fuck out of his face. Y'all, she sent that Asian lady over there to sit in his face. But she loved black people so much. So let me tell y'all what she did to the white lady. The white lady was in there, and I'm saying white lady because that's what it is. Okay, that's why the lady started saying she just started calling them niggas. I'm so serious. And I was just like, I understand. She didn't call me a nigga. She called Linda a nigga. She called Mary a nigga. And I understand. I really do understand why you said nigga. I was like, I really understand why you just said that. This woman bought chips. And she saw that the lady liked the chips. It's such a petty issue, but it's really some shit. You'll be like, this bitch need to go to jail. So look, the lady grabbed one bag of chips. Linda took them out of her hand. Y'all, she not possessed. Linda took the chips out of her hand and the lady kindly gave it to her because she thought she was going to do something else. Linda took a cocoa box. Or was it like she took a box from one of the treats? Picked out all the chips that she had in that chip bag that she poured over there for everybody to get. For everybody. Y'all understand what I'm saying? This woman at the shelter too, Janine, that's her name. She took the chips and poured all of them into the box. Balled up the paper. Walks over to the trash can. Emptied the chips into the trash can and started to push the stuff into the trash can. Y'all, if this bitch don't need counseling. Look, y'all. Janine, one of the sweetest motherfuckers you'll ever meet in your life. That's why I didn't get mad. I say I understand. I really do that. Janine just went outside and just was like, niggas. I was like, I understand. Because you got to get that shit off of you. That's some shit. where people really be trying to fuck with your like whole fucking being over some bullshit. And for you to get out of character, I fucking understand. That's what I had to do one day. I just woke up and just started calling these motherfuckers niggas too. Cause I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? And so that's when I learned that some people will kill black people or kill people in the name of being a Muslim to say that. And that's when I was like, okay. And I just started proving my research. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? Because it's like they will kill you and say that they Muslim so that they can connect themselves to being black. And you just like, nah, bitch. No, you a fucking murderer. Like, this ain't no shit. I'm not playing. Like, you a fucking murderer and a fucking thief. Like, you ain't no fucking nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't lie to the world and say you doing something else. I gotta open up this whole screen. Let me turn my screen off. Let me turn the camera off. Is that gonna work? Okay, turn the camera back on. I'm talking about this bitch, y'all. I was just like, what the fuck did I just witness? I'm like, you see what I'm saying? And you say something to it, that bitch be trying to act like you crazy. And so that be the type of shit I just be like, nah, you a half a fucking human. Like, you ain't no fucking human being. You sit up there doing that shit to people. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, yeah, that's how I know that shit off right there. So it says, what are the 7 main chakras? All right, so you got your root chakra. The root chakra is located at the base of the spine and provides you with the base or foundation for life. And so, y'all, the way this compares to Maslow's hierarchy of needs is that is the root chakra covers in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It covers two stages if you start from the bottom, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about in a second. It covers it covers like, okay, I'll show y'all in a second. Let me go through this real quick. So let me do it this way. Let me just do it that way then. So root chakra, it's the base of the spine, and it's like, so I'm telling you, like, if you think like I think for real, like it took me a while to like transfer what I'm saying over to what I'm about to show you. So if I go here to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this is the physiological and the safety. Okay, so the root chakra covers your physiological and your safety. So that's if you want to look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, because it's the same thing. Okay, so next, your sacral chakra. It's a Savasthana is located just below your belly button. This chakra is responsible for your sexual and creative energy. It's also linked to how you relate to your emotions as well as the emotions of others. So Maslow just went ahead and just renamed some old shit. You see what I'm saying? And handed it to us. But I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so this is your belonging and love. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's your belonging and love. Okay, now we got the solar plexus. This is located in your stomach area. It's responsible for your confidence and self-esteem, as well as helping you feel in control of your life. So if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this is going to be your esteem. Y'all see what I'm saying? So Maslow, that's all he was doing, was like basically transferring the chakras into like something that's a level. He's just showing you a visual of what the chakras look like. Then you have your heart chakra. The heart chakra or the, oh no, I'm sorry. That was the solar plexus, right? Okay, the heart chakra is the anahata. It's located near your throat. In this center of your chest, it comes, and it's almost like your body, right? Like if you was a pear shape. In the center of your chest, it comes as no surprise that the heart chakra is all about your ability to love and show compassion. And so, see, that's your cognitive ability. Because when you're doing something that's cognitive, isn't it like showing you how to do something? Hold on, let me make sure. I'm sorry, I gotta look up cognition. Yeah, it's the mental process of understanding something. So it's comprehension, the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and senses. So what else gives you that but love and caring and friendship and all those different things? Anger doesn't teach you anything. Anger is a block. And so the test that you'll take, the one that I'm telling you that makes a lot of sense, is it's like it asks you if you block with anger. You see what I'm saying? Like it's asks you like, do you get upset easily? Do you do this? And you'll see the difference. Next, you have the throat chakra or the vishuddha is located in your throat. This chakra has to do with your ability to communicate verbally. So if we look at that, oh, hold on, let me go back here. Next, the throat chakra or vishuddha is located in your throat. This chakra has to do with our ability to communicate verbally. So that's what that is. So if we go back to Maslow's, you will see that that's the aesthetic. Speak words of beauty and you will be there. That's why Erykah Badu and India Arie are so important to life. It's almost like they seeds. You understand what I'm saying? Erykah Badu and India Arie are seeds. And when they give it out, we blossom. You get what I'm talking about? But they are the root of what it is that they are this is the root of what it is that they are teaching you through their music. So it's like you see what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. That's why you need that for yourself. Or any music that makes you feel good. And so that's also something else. This other test I'm going to show you, I know that the person did their research because it gives us that too. Like it's like, okay, or I can show you how to look up something and it'll tell you, okay, well, listen to this music, do this exercise. They have yoga positions for when you need to open up your chakra. Or if your chakra is just too overactive, because if it's overactive, sometimes it'll cause you to have anger, it'll cause you to be sick, all those different things. So let's keep going. I keep getting all up into it. I be getting all up into it. So then you have your third eye chakra, which is her. Okay. The third eye chakra or ajna is located between your eyes. You can thank this chakra for a strong gut instinct. That's because the third eye is responsible for intuition. It's also linked to imagination. Oh, is this just pure imagination? Like, so you see how some creators, it's like, they don't know that this is what connects them to the world. They don't know this. And then it's like, when we finally get a chance to see what we talking about, that's the third eye is self-actualization. You see what I'm saying? And so that's your creativity, your intuition, and your imagination. Intuition and imagination. So it's like my intuition is telling me today. That's your psychic ability. Y'all understand? My intuition is telling me today, honey, you ain't gonna drop shit. And if you do, it ain't gonna be that big of a deal. So it's like usually I drop something, I waste water or something like that. And it's like the whole day something will be telling me, you will drop this water. Why did you put it there? Because you would drop it. And I never stop myself. I try to see if it's going to happen. How does it happen? And so it really does happen. I still test myself to see if what I'm thinking is really true. So then the next one is your crown chakra. Stop coming down. The crown chakra is your Sahasrara, is located at the top of your head. Your Sahasrara represents the spiritual connection to yourself, others, and the universe. It also plays a role in your life's purpose. This is why I was trying to tell y'all Lil Wayne's story is like why it's so important is because that's when he knew that he had a connection to the universe. That's when he knew and he could feel the life of the universe. And so once you get that connection with the universe, you don't see color. Like color is not an issue. Oh God, it stopped sharing. Where the fuck is did my show stop? Okay, good. Maybe did it stop here? Okay, good. Your live has ended. It always end on fucking Facebook. So anyway, so that's it. It's like it has let's go back here. So yeah, Lil Wayne's story is like so. Let's go back and look at this again because it's like it stopped doing it. Okay, he's back there. All right. So when I go here and I see this is transcendence. So let's go back. That's on Maslow hierarchy of needs. So it's like here's the crown chakra, and then right here is the transcendence. That's how I knew he was like doing drugs heavy, because I was like, that's why, because you transcended and you didn't know what that feeling was. Like you don't know. And it was before that. It was even before that. He had a different connection with the world even before his next transcendence. Before, it's like he knows he's connected to the world, and it's scary. It gets scary because sometimes you'll have ideas, thoughts, and everything else, and the world can feel it. They can understand it. And so it's like, oh my God, you what the fuck? Who the fuck did this shit? But it's the truth. So it's like that's something that really does happen naturally. Like they don't have to stalk me for what they doing. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not something I need to be stalked for. Oh God, I never showed y'all. Share this tab. So here we go. Transcendences right here. And that's your crown, okay? This is your crown. So transcendence is when you really find out that you are truly connected with the world. Children start to transcend at the age of 8, okay? 3rd grade. And so it's like, or whatever grade, but the age of 8, 9 years old. And it really is 8, because that's when they start to see, wait a minute, my mother needs me to help her and not needs me to sit here and watch her. Or my mother needs, it could be later for boys, but for girls, for most children, 8 or 9 years old, and don't like, you know what I'm saying, you can look and see the sex and everything. It's because they have a different realm or something that we don't think about, and maybe somebody else can understand us why, help us understand why it's later for boys. But I think it's still in the mindset to play. It's a focused area where they at. You see what I'm saying? If they come from builders and electricians, then maybe that's it. Maybe it's a mind to play. When a woman has no time for that, when they get ready to have children. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like we got to really take care of ourselves and our situation. So that's what it is. It's just a transcendence. Okay. So that's when you start to see that it's about a spirit. And that's what I did today. When I thought about everything, I was like, why don't I ever see color? And it's because I see a spirit. You see what I'm saying? So, or I don't see the shape of the person's body or what they look like all the time, because it's about the spirit. It's not about anything else. It's about what can I feel in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can be beautiful on the outside, gorgeous, but if you an evil motherfucker, you an evil motherfucker. Like that ain't no shit I want in my life. So that is what it is. It's like that's why when people say I don't see color, that's why, because they transcend it. And so that's what it is, especially people of color, because that's when people get like that's when people are like, what? This black motherfucker and said what? And it's like, that's why. Because they haven't had those experiences in life that were just like, it's not, okay, I had this experience with Linda, a black woman. And now I'm supposed to feel like all black women are the same. I know all black women are not the same. I've had this experience with a white Texas man. Now I'm supposed to feel like a white Illinois man is the same. It's not the same. And so it's like that's when you start to see, okay, this is an individual. It's like that's what starts to make you feel the human connection, and you start to see it too, especially with culture, with and you start to see how you relate, especially if you think about your cultural iceberg. How do I relate to the world as an American? How do I relate to the world as a woman? How do I see the world as this? You see what I'm saying? So it's like always these vibes, these electrodes, these whatever it is that connects us, that would make us feel the tether of connection, of all these like things that are coming back at you, of all these choices, these words, because I am a person that says, why not label? How are you gonna know who I am if I don't label myself? You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't understand with the sexuality thing either, why they don't label themselves. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize it, but I'm just like, if they explain this to me, I'll be like, I don't even understand. What are you saying to me? Because I don't want to be in that situation where you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm monogamous and heterosexual. I don't want you to understand nothing else about me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what it is. It's like, you know what I'm talking about? So then somebody might feel offended by something like that. And it's like, please, sweetie, don't get offended because I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to push me over any edge. Don't push me over any, because I'll be pissed. Don't try to push me over the edge, because that's it. I can't do that with you. So that's why when I took this first quiz, I was like, my solar plexus is not a problem. So that's was this tryinteract.com. The reason why that came up is because they said try this color. Pick which color you don't like. And then all of a sudden that was my solar plexus. The other questions didn't even matter. It didn't matter to them at all. So it's like, that's when I looked at this first quiz, I was like, that's not it. So then I got to this quiz. It was a free chakra test. And they tried to pull the same shit. It was like, check which one of your things is out of balance. And again, this came up and said it was my solar plexus. Here it is. Solar plexus chakra. Like, it makes no sense. On a physical level, fatigue, gas, food allergies. I'm not going through any of this stuff. Now, this is something I have been through. Shingles, jaundice, anemia, gastritis, abdominal cramps, hyperacidity, peptic ulcers, gallstones. On an emotional level, low self-esteem, chronic complaining, feelings of rejection, shame. It's like, that's not me at all. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's not me. So I don't trust this like either lone or wolf. I put it on there just so you guys can see what I'm saying, because it's like, sometimes I'm that type of person. I got to see what don't work so I can see why this work. So this last one, this person is on some real shit. And I think I always done this one. eclecticenergies.com chakras test. So when I did this one, I found out that these are my real results. So I went back and I looked at the results. So it's like, my root chakra is the one that's underactive. So that's the one that I have to open up. And the reason why is because I'm in a shelter. It makes sense. I didn't look at this other stuff. I'm going to try to do this later. I did a massage this morning, and I just really sat down. I didn't just start at my feet. I just sat down and just started trying to push out all the energy that was in pain. Like, I was trying to push out the pain, and it was just so nice this morning. See, this has energy exercises, mudras, energy that you can get in any important center. Okay, so this is all the stuff that you would need. Enneagram. What's my Enneagram? Oh, it's an Enneagram test. It's not going to tell me. I Ching. Introduction to I Ching. And then my feelings. Work through your feelings. So I love this. I think I've done this one before. So something else I found on her, once I did all that, I looked up and I saw that this was telling me, like, okay, what is it? So I wrote it down. I just went ahead and wrote down what it was. Like, so my root chakra is the one that's underactive. And it says if you tend to be fearful or nervous, your root chakra is probably underactive. You easily feel unwelcome. And that's what happened. So when this lady tells me, thank you so much. When this lady tells me that I have to have a meeting with her about my house, and like, I got to give her an update, I could really email it to her, right? But she wants me to go in there and have a meeting with her. Y'all, I get an upset stomach and everything. I get so nervous because they've been like throwing me out of shelters for nothing. Like, it'll be like, because of the stalker, the person will just come and throw me out for nothing. Like, sometimes I'll be just sitting there like this. They even had somebody take me to the psych ward one day, y'all. I was just sitting there. They had me go to the fucking psych ward. And it's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? So that didn't make sense. So it makes sense. I'm fearful about my house. And so the root chakra is being physically there and feeling at home in situations. If it is open, you feel grounded, stable, and secure. You don't unnecessarily distrust people. You feel present in the here and now and connected to your physical body. You feel you have sufficient territory. Also, if I talk to the police, they don't listen to me about my situation. I haven't got help at all. This whole time I have not got any help. None whatsoever. So that's the other thing. I don't trust people. And so it makes sense. My root chakra is underactive. It's 12%. Now my sacral chakra is overactive. And so for me to like start doing that, I can do LAM, and I'm supposed to like focus on my my genital area and my anus just long, you know what I'm saying? But it's more stuff that I could do. But that's the one that's overactive. My third eye is also overactive too, which makes sense because it means that I fantasize a lot. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense if I'm sexually overactive or I'm emotional, then I'm going to go into a fantasy world to clear my head. You understand? So it's like these things, everything that it's saying is making sense. It doesn't make sense that my solar plexus chakra would have an issue. So the reason why I know in my sacral chakra, if you look here, it's about feeling and sexuality. When it's open, your feelings flow freely. But mine is overactive. So if this chakra is overactive, you tend to be emotional all the time. You'll feel emotionally attached to people, and you can be very sexual. Okay. Next, my navel chakra, which is my solar plexus, is on point, is open. The navel chakra is about asserting yourself in a group. When it's open, you feel in control and you have sufficient self-esteem. Y'all, last night I almost got mad. I went to this lady because every time she do something, it's like some type of open current in this room. She comes to the door and hits the door with the key, so it makes it feel like something shocked me again. So it's like, why do I feel the shock? So I went over there last night because I'm thinking, I'm about to beat the fuck out of you. And that dude, he walked out of the office too, the security officer. Because it's like, fuck you, man. The heart chakra is about love, kindness, and affection. When it is open, you are compassionate and friendly, and you work at harmonious relationships. And this will make sense too, because that's the question it kind of asks you, like, do you handle conflict with harmony? And it's like, heck yeah, I do. Like, why would I like not? But last night it's like, you know what I'm talking about? I've been there so many times to tell them about this open electrical current in this room. And now for somebody to come and just like keep making the shit happen, that shit just like last night I was like, nah. Because I really am like a diplomatic person. But now it's like when the shit get out of control, it's time to beat your ass. So the throat chakra is about self-expression and talking. When it is open, you have no problems expressing yourself, and you might be doing so as an artist. Exactly, I am. So again, that's like, I have no problem telling you where the fuck to get off. The next one, the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is about insight and visualization. When it is open, you have a good intuition. You may tend to fantasize. So mine is actually overactive. If this chakra is overactive, you may live in a world of fantasy too much. In excessive cases, hallucinations are possible. No hallucinations, but yeah, I gotta put myself there. I got to come here and just put myself in an artistic world. And then the last one is crown chakra. When it's open, the crown chakra is about wisdom and being one with the world. When this chakra is open, you are unprejudiced and quite aware of the world and yourself. Y'all, I wish I could visualize the transcendence of how I'm thinking about this. So the way that we teach kids about how they connected to the universe is like, we'll like take a piece of string and we'll just be like, okay, so your name is Sally. Instead of them doing that thing where you need to move up if you have this advantage, you got to move back when you have this advantage. It's like you just take the string. So like me and my cousin lived in East St. Louis, right? But he is a boy. So now his string will go out somewhere else to where he is like a boy and connect to somebody else where he's a boy. You see what I'm saying? To another boy. And it doesn't matter the color. So it's like, I'm an artist. So now I can take my string and connect it to somebody else that's an artist. Color in this situation never matters. No matter what, it does not matter. It's like, that is the culture of an artist. Like if I was in a room with another artist, we could feel a different type of culture. We would have a different type of connection. If I was in a room with another planner, she would have a different type. Me and this person would have a different type of connection. It would transcend over color. It would transcend over size, height, weight. I was with this group of women, y'all, and they were black. I was at and I complained about, because black women have been stalking me. So if I would have went into this meeting and thought to myself, oh my God, I'm going to be in this group with other black women. Thick girl, thick and fine, honey. They other teachers. And it's like, man, I would have loved to just work with them. You see what I'm saying? Like I would have loved to like work with them in another PD. They were artists. They were art teachers too. And so we were in this group to like actually create an outdoor space. It's like, okay, that's so cool. We get to create an outdoor space. So they could have been lying because I saw somebody try to create it for real. So it was like, I was thinking like we could just have swings so they could have privacy, like those big circle swings or whatever. I bought Blake one too. But it's like it hangs from the ceiling, and it's just something where we could have Wi-Fi and all this different stuff. Maybe a little like a table that's stable, so we can get in and get out without it moving around and all this different stuff. And we could just work there. You see what I'm saying? You can lay down, you can have coffee, tea, whatever in this place, and it's like a space, like it, and it can fit more than you. Maybe if you brought your family, y'all could just sit there and snuggle, whatever. And if you wanted to, you can release it, and then it could rock. You see what I'm saying? So that was our design. Y'all, I had so much fun with them. But if I was blocked, I wouldn't have been able to sit there and have the type of conversation I would need to have for us to be able to create something so beautiful. And so that is it. It's like some people are they just get on my fucking nerves. It's like I get tired of this. And it's like I really could just be like, oh God, it's all the black women. And it's not. It really is not. I really did enjoy them. And the best part about it is I got to work at her school. I think she got robbed or something from the school or something like that. And they were like trying to fix it up. But the school was beautiful. And I got to work at her school. You see what I'm saying? So it's like she wasn't there, but I got to see her art room and all this different stuff. And it's like, you see, I was curious. Not nosy. I was curious. Like, she is such a great spirit. I want to go see what her room looks like. I didn't stay in her room. The art teacher stayed there. I was a science teacher at that point. So the art teacher stayed in her room. And so you just like, that is so dope. You see what I'm saying? It is so great to have a natural curiosity about somebody that is fabulous. You see what I'm saying? She don't know I'm a fan of hers. I'm a fucking fan. And it's like, because I went to a PD and we just sat there and we just collaborated. It was gorgeous. It was one of the best meetings I ever had with black women. And I'm not joking. And it's sad that I can actually count on my hands when I met a black woman with some substance. And it's like, you know, as an adult, I'm not saying as a child, I met a lot of them, you know, people that helped me. But as an adult, as a teacher, I haven't met a lot of them. And so you just like, what the fuck is going on? You see what I'm saying? Everybody's out to get something. Everybody's out to steal or whatever. And it was just such a great collaboration. And I thank them for that. I thank them. I humbled myself because it's like, what if I would have went there and that's all I was thinking about? So that whole thing, when they show you how you connect to another person with these strings, it's just like making a phone call. You know what I'm saying? How we can just call so many people. Now we got a 3-way call. Now we can call 3 other people and have them on the phone with our friend too. And it's like, that's what it is. It's like, that is how you connect. It transcends color and everything else. So that's transcendence. You see, that's your crown chakra. That's why it's open, because you don't see those issues. You don't have those issues. And what's blocking it is your solar plexus. That's what I've been telling you. Oh, I told y'all that the last show. So chakras, like getting to know yourself, is so important. If you're going to take the test, please go to Eclectic Energies, because that's the one that gives you, that's the one that gives you the most information. That's the one that is like really the shit. You see what I'm saying? Don't fuck the other stuff. I just gave you that to play around. Eclectic Energies, that's the one that will really help you. The explanations and everything on point. So that's it for today, y'all. Anyway, that's it. Shantae, Brown Sugar Talk, Under Black Unicorns, telling y'all, hey, look, get out there, take the quiz and figure out what your chakra is. You know, and if you don't want to think about that, let me talk about it in my Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So my safety and my physical, logical, is underactive. My belonging and love is overactive, right? Because of sexual stuff. And then my what else was it that was wrong? It was something else that was wrong. What else was it? Did I? Oh God, it's just telling me about chakras. I think I just closed my test or something. I forgot what the last one was. It was The one about fantasies. What chakra is that? That was the self-actualization. Yeah, self-actualization. I think that's the one. Self-actualization. That's overactive. So yeah, I'm living in a world of fantasy. Want to be my fantasy, fantasy girl. I think I got living in your own little world. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all Prince right there. That's Prince right there, baby. Prince will put you there. Prince will put you in the right chakra. Prince will put you there. So think about your transcendence, especially like if you were an addict. Think about your transcendence and why you need to connect to it and what made you transcend and all those different things. Think about how you think about the world, because I really do think that that's something that has something. That's just my own theory. Um, and it's like I talk about Lil Wayne, but I've been around a lot of addicts so lately, and I think that's what it is. Because when I talk to them, it's not like they got issues in their life. Like they not off balance. You see what I'm saying? It's not something that's like, oh, this person is just really fucked up. That's why they doing drugs. And it's like they fucked up ass way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm an addict because of what? And I think it's because you've already transcended and now you try to make a different connection. You got to make a new connection to the transcendence. Because it does feel good to transcend. If you can be around positive people and good spaces and all this different stuff, the ideas and the intelligence of it all, I can see why they would go to drugs. It's not a joke. I can see why. So that's it. Again, that's it. Shantae Brown Sugar Talk. Under Black Unicorns telling y'all, get out there, take your chakra test. Blake, I thank you and I love you. I'm pretty sure if the people are doing what you're telling them to do, honey, they're thanking you and loving you too, baby. You see, you're a genius. You are a genius. I love you. Anyway, that's it. Have a good day.
I think he went up there and just got the fucking talking.